few seconds to get online in all the systems. We are coming to you live via YouTube streaming, via Facebook streaming, and also via Skype group. Each one of you is welcome to this Sunday morning live streaming. With meditation, nothing is lost. Indeed, with meditation, nothing is lost. There is a general misconception among the people that the problems have come into their lives because of the meditation. It is erroneous. Man is an emotional being and he continues to be affected by emotions unless he attains to meditation. When you interact with the outer world of objects and beings on a day-to-day basis, moods keep on changing. And when moods keep on changing, you feel that meditation is creating the problems in your life. You get involved in emotions instead of being affected. Be a watcher to these emotions. How these emotions keep on changing. You become a watcher. Whenever there is a certain feeling of opening comes, it brings certain peace. However, always a strong anxiety and a depression follows and making you very tired. It always happens, it's natural. But because of this, we consider that problems are arising in life because of the meditation. You went into intense meditation. With meditation, whatsoever is attained remains with you and nothing is lost. It is part of your awareness. Meditation is part of your awareness. Once you have come to a point in your being, it can never be lost unless it was simply a dream. Sometimes you dream, many stages have come to you, but they are dreams and dreams must come to an end. Only a dream is lost. Drug cannot give you a reality. They can only give you a beautiful or horrible dreams. It depends on you, the dreamer. With meditation, whatsoever is attained remains with you and nothing is lost. You can hypnotize yourself in a particular way, in a particular dream. There are hypnotic techniques. If you use them, you will be in a state of auto-hypnosis. You will start feeling many things. But once you stop the technique, the whole thing will disappear. It was just a mental trick you were playing with. You are dreaming and it was not your imagination. You were dreaming and this dream was your imagination. If you really grow into awareness, it cannot be lost. Meditation allows you to grow into awareness, in understanding, and with that, nothing is lost. It is the distinction between the real method and the false one, the real technique and the false one. A real method, a real technique is a growth device. It is not simply a vision. You grow in it. The vision comes because you have grown into a different state of mind, different level of consciousness. You have moved to a higher altitude or depth. When you go into the depth of the ocean, deeper you go, you see the gems. It is like a spiral staircase. Let's mark you are on a spiral staircase on level 1. Something is happening on the street level. You see it. You get a certain vision of it. You take an entire circle and you reach to the same point where you was standing on the staircase and visualizing the same happening on the street level. From a different height, you will see a different perspective. As the height changes, you get clearer and clearer perspective. The images get smaller and smaller, but you can zoom the camera and visualize the event in its details. This is what all the videographers do. All the reportings are done of the events. These videographers use the different heights. I do not recall the name of that. Just like when the electrical workers are working on the street lights, they have to work at different heights in order to complete the job. So they use a device. Meditation takes you to those different heights. When you are looking at something from a same level where it is happening, means from the level of your emotions. Now when it comes to the psycho-spiritual centers, you are at the level of the base chakra, which is Muladhara, the earth center. You will see the things differently. When you move to the heart center, the kalp, you will see it differently. When you reach the 1,000-petal center, you will see the event, visualize it in a totally different thing. Perspective. Meditation change, and this is change in the level of consciousness, change in your understanding, change, you get clearer and clearer vision as you move to the heights. And the moment you reach the topmost height, then you will be able to get much different perspective. Meditation provides you that. If you really grow into awareness, it cannot be lost. When you reach to the topmost window, these psycho centers can be called a window. Your house have many windows. Man is a 7-story structure, and each floor has a window. When you look at outside view through that particular window of that floor, your vision, your view changes. And when you reach to the topmost, you use the telescope of your awareness and you see the far away things near. You are zooming your vision. Meditation allows you to zoom your vision, changes your altitude. When you look at the things through a different window. This is the distinction between the real method and the false one. A real is a growth device. You are continuously moving and you reach to the attic of the building. Then you see it and you use the telescope to visualize that particular emotion, particular event, particular situation, particular relation. You see a totally a different perspective. This is what meditation provides you. It's not a simple vision. You grow in it. Vision comes because you have grown into a new state of mind. You have reached to the new floor. With drugs or with false techniques, you never grow. A certain vision comes to you, but you remain the same. No change takes place. When you are not using the drugs or the techniques, the vision will disappear. It was produced chemically. It was not coming through your own growth. So meditation helps you to grow, and with that, whatsoever comes is nothing is lost. Remember always, only growth matters, not divisions. Visions come and go, but growth remains. This seems you have reached to a particular procession is going on the street. From the attic, when you are reached there and you are looking at the procession from that height, the vision, the number of the people, the happenings will change. If it is a Independence Day parade where the different states of the country bring out the best exhibitions. So as you move there, they are in movement and you are stationary. Meditation gives you the vision, then you become stationary. Your vision is focused on the street, on a certain way, and whatsoever comes in front of that, you see it. It gets amplified. Whatsoever comes within the scope of the telescope or the zooming camera is captured. So meditation helps you to capture the emotions, feelings, whatsoever is happening at the ground level, and your insights, zoom it and you get a clearer image of that. Always only growth matters and not division. It is important that you have reached to that height of your consciousness. Not that what are you seeing it. What are you seeing? What is the vision that is insignificant? That is because of the movement of the events happening on the ground level. Visions are of no use. Even if you see God or Jesus or Krishna in your vision, it is meaningless, and we give importance to the symptoms that we see. Not the growth, not the level at which you are. If you remain the same, then your God is nothing but a byproduct of your imagination. People come and say that they were meditating and they saw Jesus if you are a Christian. If you are a Hare Krishna or Hindu, that you see Ram or Krishna. These are all byproducts of your own imaginations. Visions are not meaningful. Christianity has placed too much emphasis on visions, and the effect of that is got intermingled. Now the other religions, why only Christians have the visions? Hindus also started having visions of their gods and goddesses. Once a person has lost her love, and so she started seeing, and she was from the Hindu faith, she started seeing Durga. Durga Mata came and told her these things. These are all false visions, but we give importance to these. And those only come to you in a state of depression, in a state of when the cause is lost. So, it is the growth that matters, not the vision. Visions come and go, but the growth remains. You have attained to a certain altitude. That is why drugs have become so prevalent in the West, because they can easily create visions. And if you are looking for visions, then I will say meditation is waste of time. Drugs are more suitable and better. They give you visions very easily, but you remain the same. No transformation takes place. For transformation, you have to focus on growth, change in the altitude of your awareness, not divisions. There is possibility you may even fall down from your ordinary state of mind. You may deteriorate. This happens because of the false techniques, drugs, and so. There is every possibility that you may fall even down from your ordinary state of mind. You may deteriorate. With meditation, whatsoever is attained remains with you. Meditation may give you vision, but these will help you in your growth patterns. But one should not hanker for the visions through meditation. If they happen on their own, it's good. If they do not, nothing is wrong. I remember when I was small growing. So whenever my uncle will come to visit us in our hometown, so there was an elderly disciple of Lalaji and Sufi Brijmohan Lal. So he was quite old. So my uncle will go to his place. So I will go like a little child, 12 years old and so. So all of us are sitting in meditation. I know nothing is growing. So after that, they are discussing their states that they had gone through the meditation. You know, it was like the colors of the components. At a particular event, when a particular scene comes in front of your vision, you see a shade of green. You see with a tinge of red. You see, and then when that scene passes, you see something else, a different shade. The birds fluttering their wings, flying in the air, flying in the space. So I used to concoct and say this is what happened to me. So my uncle will say, yeah. But this elderly person will say, shut up, nonsense. That's all nonsense. Nothing like that happened. This state during this meditation, this was not a state. So in front of him, I used to shut up. And he was so terse in his comments. When once I went there after returning from the spiritual gathering, the Urs, at the shrine, he said, "How was the Urs?" I said, "It was very good." So I said, "Plenty people came in." He said, "Shut up, plenty is not number." In Hindi, the word plenty is kafi, not coffee. Means enough people was there, plenty. Lots of people were there. Lots of people is not a number. For you, lots of people may be 10. For someone else, it may not be. So, when in meditation people come and mention that these are the visions, they saw Krishna, they saw Ram, they saw a beautiful scenery, just do not encourage them, do not discourage them. Yes, I listen to it. When the right time comes in, you will understand it yourself. One day I asked my grandmother, I said, whenever I ask you a question, you never answer straight or you rigmarole the answer. So she said, your grandfather gave you everything. I am giving you that methodology, knowing which everything becomes known. I do not want to give you ready-made answer. No answer given by somebody else can satiate you. It is like you eat food and I will get satiated. But this is what everybody wants. Jesus has attained, so we do not need to attain. Holy Prophet have attained, so we do not need to attain and be singing the glory and the stories of Holy Prophet Jesus. We feel that we are very religious. Religious means when you are living in your own awareness. You have to attain. So, my eating food, the only thing it can give you when I have eaten food, I can give you a taste. You do not say it is tasting so good, you said, okay, let me taste it also. If you are talking so much about it taste, when you taste it, oh yeah, it is really tasty. Or maybe you may, according to your own innerness, you may say, oh, it needs a little more. Had it been a little more sweetened, it would have been better. But that's your own innerness. You never ask, you never take my word, and based on that you want to taste it. When I mention to you about a particular shop or a particular electrical appliance or the thing, you want to experience it yourself. Why can't we do this with our own awareness along the spiritual path? So she said, I do not want to give you ready-made answers because my answer will not satiate you. It can only help you that if this one can attain that way, I too can attain it. Because I am that I am. You and I are same, made up of the same stuff. Simply you do not know. You bought a new device and you do not know how to use it. With meditation, whatsoever is attained remains with you. So when you learn, I can give you 2 plus 2 is 4. But I can teach you how 2 plus 2 can be 4, not 5. That is the methodology. Through this you grow into awareness. And then whatsoever happens to you remains with you and not lost. When you start listening to the others, And based on what you have listened, you start visualizing things, you start imagining the imaginations, they are lost. With meditation, whatsoever is attained remains with you. It gives you visions, but those will help you. Those visions will help you in your growth patterns. If these visions do not give you a growth pattern, then it is false. If you stop the technique, you will not proceed further. But whatsoever you have attained will remain with you. It cannot be lost. With meditation, real growth happens. A real growth can never be lost. It is not something added to you that you can lose. It is you who have grown. Through that technique, you have grown. And how can, when from a childhood you become a boy, can that state be lost? No. You have grown, something has grown within. And because of that, from a child you have become a youth. For example, if you become a young man, you cannot fall back into your childhood again. It is a growth. But if a child is simply dreaming that he has become a young man, he will fall down. When he wakes up from the dream, he will be a child again. This is what happens through the false technique. Dreaming is a false technique. When he awakens from the dream, he will again be a child. That is the criteria to judge whether something has been a growth or it is just a dream. If it is a dream, it will be lost. If it has been growth, it will remain with you. So remember that with meditation, nothing is lost. What is lost? All that is false. All that you have considered, all that you have imagined, all that you have seen in the state of your dreaming, that will be lost. But dreams, visions are not important. They come and go. But growth happens. Sometimes the growth happens through the visions, but they remain permanently with you. The focus should be whether you are growing into awareness or not. But our attention remains on the visions, that I saw this, I saw that. No. And understanding comes when you come into a particular circumstance and situations, you can see clearly and you can give a clear vision, clear verdict on that. But instead of giving spoon feeding someone, help them to grow into awareness. This is what the purpose of the master is. If you are within the energy field of the master, this is what you're supposed to do and learn. How to help the other to grow into awareness. How to grow deeper and deeper in your understanding. Only this much for this morning. Until tomorrow, take care and do have a pleasant day.